Hello, welcome back to Betwise Network. In this video, I'll be revealing a very powerful and working over 1.5 goal strategy. All right, so we'll be making use of a website and a little bit of calculator. All right, that is if need be. All right, so in this video, you learn how to use the website and make use of the calculator. All right, so sit tight, pay attention, because the strategy, like all other strategies I have shared with you here on my channel, works very fine. So if you are new here and have not seen my last video on over 1.5 goals betting strategy with high odds, you can check the video here on my channel. On that is the thumbnail displaying over here at the right hand corner. All right, so let's get straight into the video tutorial with the website. And the website we are using here today is soccer24.com, soccer24.com. so we are going to be looking for some games that can give us over 1.5 goals, and in that same process of looking for games that can give us over 1.5 goals, we are also going to see games that can give us over 2.5 goals, games that can give us both teams to score, and games that can give us under 2.5 goals. All right, so let's get into business. And yeah, here's the interface of soccer24.com, and I have the first option here. And today, remember, today is the 15th day of May 2025. We have Osasuna versus Atletico Madrid. Let's see. So first of all, I'll tap that game open to check what I want. So we have the match opened with all these details. We are not going to be making use of any of these. We are not checking head to head. We are not reading any odds. Also, the only thing we have to do is head over to the standings. We're going to come over to the standings. So over here, the standings, you can see that Atletico Madrid is in the 3rd position on the table. Osasuna is on the 10th position on the table. So we are not going to be looking at the standings per se, but we are going to be looking at the standings from the over/under perspective. All right, so this is the standings of games they have played. This is the overall standings, but we are going to be focusing, tailoring our objective to the over/under market. All right, so we're going to tap on the over/under tab, and we'll have it open like this. By default, the system has been set to display over 2.5 goals, but we'll be using it as a yardstick to get our over 1.5 goals prediction and both teams to score over 0.5 goals. All right, so if we look at this table, all right, overall, Atletico Madrid, it's leading. They are on the 3rd position. They sit currently on the 3rd position on the La Liga table. But for this standing, over 2.5 goals standing, based on the calculated result and outcome of these two teams, Atletico Madrid is sitting on the 11th position, and Osasuna sitting on the 9th position. All right, so this trick is simple. The only thing you have to do is to look for games that meet the following criteria. Each team must have 2.50, or to be much safer, 2.70 and above, but we are going from 2.50 upwards. But if you want to have a better result, you should go from 2.70 and above. All right, from 2.70 and above, you are definitely going to be having over 1.5 goals in that particular game. All right, so for this particular rating, goal rating, Osasuna has a goal rating of 2.70, while Atletico Madrid has a goal rating of 2.50. That is 2.5 for Atletico Madrid and 2.7 for Osasuna. Then you can check this, their last 5 matches. So as we are looking at the last 5 matches they've played, you can see that in the last 5 matches, Atletico Madrid have just successfully played 3 games that have ended in over 2.5 goals. Likewise, for Osasuna, they've successfully played 3 games that have ended in over 2.5 goals. But our focus here is not on over 2.5 goals, rather on over 1.5 goals. And like I said before, the thing you should be using as a measuring table or a measuring ratio is that each team should be having above 2.50 All right, and we see these two teams meet the criteria 2.50, 2.50. And now you can look at their goal scoring attributes. Atletico Madrid have scored 60 times. Osasuna have scored 43 times, conceded 27 times. That means Atletico Madrid defense is much stronger than that of what was it called, Osasuna. And by average, these two teams can give us one goal each. So it's a good encounter between these two teams, and this particular match can definitely result into over 2.5 goals. And if we check this, in the last 17 games that Osasuna have played, they've recorded in the last 35 games, they have played, they've had 17 games ending in over 2.5 goals and 18 games ending in under 2.5 goals. Likewise, Atletico Madrid playing 35 times, having 15 games ending in over 2.5 goals and 20 games ending in under 2.5 goals. All right, and remember, this tutorial is basically for over 1.5 goals. There's a reason why I'm using over 2.5 goals as a measuring ratio for us to get our over 1.5 game. All right, now you can see that these teams have the criteria. Firstly, they've met my criteria of 2.50 and above, and like I said before, for better results you are going to be going for 2.70. so these two teams have met this criteria. So if I'm to add this game in my ticket, I'm definitely going to go for over 1.5 goals in this particular match. Definitely over 1.5 goals for this particular match, even though I am kind of hopeful that this game will produce over 2.5 goals. Yes, it definitely can produce about 2.5 goals, but based on things I've checked so far, I'm very sure that this game is going to give me over 1.5 goals, or both teams to score. So I'll come over to the over 1.5 tab and tap here and see what it will give me. Now, still, Osasuna having the higher edge, not because they score more goals than Atletico Madrid, is because their defense is not good. Look at, they've conceded 51 times with 43 goals scored. All right, Atletico Madrid on the other hand have scored 60 goals, conceding 27. So this game definitely meets my criteria, and I'm going to add it as over 1.5 goals. So this particular game can give me over 1.5 goals, and that is all you need to do to get your over 1.5 goals. Look for teams that meet this criteria: 2.50 and above. For better results, 2.70 and above. If the two teams have close to 3 points or 4 points, then it's a game on. It's game on for you. That over 1.5 goals is a sure thing for you. All right. Yes. Remember, this is just statistics. And we calculating the average, checking the weakness of the team's attack and their defense as well. All right. But these have been working. It's working. I've tested it. It's working, and you will attest to it after watching this video, because I'll be coming back after this game to show you that definitely this trick is working. All right, so for this game between Atletico Madrid versus Osasuna today, the 15th day of May 2025, is definitely going to drop on as over 1.5 goals. Let's look for another game to see if they can meet my criteria and give me over 1.5 goals. So here on the interface again, I'm going to come for Rayo Vallecano versus Real Betis. Let's tap it to open and just go straight for the... So we have the game opened, and like we did in the former one, we are going to come over to the standings. Here on the standing, we are coming over to over/under section, and we have Real Betis having 2.7. All right, 2.7 as a ratio, and Vallecano having 2.3 as a ratio. Real Betis met the mark, and Rayo Vallecano did not meet the mark. So if you're adding this game as over 1.5 goals in your ticket, it is a big risk. Yes, it is a big risk, and I would not advise it, because the two teams are not complementing each other, even though they are not supposed to complement it. One is greater than one. Like these two teams, their defenses are bad, as we can see from the goals conceded. Real Betis has conceded 43 times, having played 35 games. Rayo Vallecano has conceded 42 times. It's just one goal difference, right? having played 35 games, scored 37. All right. So if Real Betis can score, what is the guarantee that Real Vallecano will score? The guarantee that they can score is based on the defense, and La Liga is almost through. So meeting this criteria is not enough, and I'm not going to add this game as an over 1.5 goals to my ticket. So we checked via the 2.5 goals tab. Let's see how it is on the 1.5 goals section. Now, Real Betis have played 35 times. They've scored 28 goals. 28 of those matches rather have ended in over 1.5 goals. 7 have ended in under 1.5 goals. Likewise, it's almost the same thing for Rayo Vallecano. So for this particular game, I am not going to be going for over 1.5 goals. I'm seeing this game a match that will end in under 3.5 goal, or if you want to make it, if you want to take it more, make it a much riskier bet, you go for under 2.5 goals. It's gonna give you a high odd, but yeah, under 2.5 goals. This match might even end in a draw, 1-1 draw, or a 0-0 draw, a scoreless encounter for Real Betis versus Rayo Vallecano. So I'm not going to add this game as over 1.5 goals to my ticket. All right, even though they have bad defense, even though the two teams have bad defense, that they can concede at least one goal each. They've played it so far. Like I said before, this particular match might end up in a 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw. All right. I'm not convinced. I am not convinced. Now, even though for the last 5 matches Real Betis have played, it has ended in over 0.5 goals. Their league matches, have ended in over 1.5 goals. I am still not convinced that they can give me this. So let's see what Real Vallecano have played 5 matches recently. 3 of those matches have ended in over 1.5 goals, and 2 have ended in under 1.5 goals. So this match, I'm seeing it as an under 2.5 goals or maximum, or under 3.5 goals. All right. Yeah, so over 1.5 goals is eminent. Believe me, over 1.5 goals is eminent. So let me check it via Sportybet and see what odd. So here on Sportybet, let me see Betis. Let's see. Let me see if it's possible. Over 1.5 goals for 1.29 odd. Home to score. I'm definitely not going to play this game as over 1.5 goals, even though it might result as an over 1.5 goals. I am not convinced. Remember, I shared a trick a certain time on how to use odds from Sportybet to know this, and that is what I just did. Now, if you have not watched that video, the thumbnail is displaying. You can go check it out, and that is what I just did to confirm that I cannot trust this game to end in over 1.5 goals, even though it can end in 1-1 draw. All right, I'm not convinced, so I have to be convinced. I'm not saying that it will not play over 1.5. I have to be convinced. So based on that fact, I am not going to add this game as an over 1.5 goals for my ticket. Basically, under 2.5 goals for this particular match, Betis versus Rayo Vallecano, and under 2.5 goals or under 3.5 goals. So I'm not going to go for over 1.5 goals for that particular match. Let's check out for another game so I can look for games that can basically guarantee you over 1.5 goals. So let me quickly check that of Barcelona and Getafe. Let's see if we can get over 1.5 goals. Based on the form that Barcelona is currently, I think they definitely are going to give us over 1.5 goals. So I'm not going to be using the over 2.5 goals standing. I'll just go straight to over 1.5 goals. Let's be fast. So I'll come over to the standing section. Sorry, I'm having a bad network. So over here, the standing section, we'll come over to the over/under tab. By default, it is there over 2.5 goals. So Barcelona have played 35 matches, and 25 of those matches have ended in over 2.5 goals, and 10 under 2.5 goals. For Espanyol, they've played 35. 15 of those matches have ended in over 2.5 goals, and 20 have ended in under 2.5 goals. And if you check the rating, they are having 2.4 Barcelona is having 3.7. So Barcelona is way giving us the goals. So I'm not going to go, let's just go straight to the over 1.5 tab. Barcelona will be winning this game. I will just go for a straight win for Barcelona. 95 goals scored. And they've played 25 times. 28 of those matches have ended in over 1.5 goals. And 24 of those matches. So I'm just going to go for over. This particular match is just going to end in Barcelona to win. Barcelona to win. I'm not going to take that risk because still the other team did not meet up with my criteria. All right, it did not meet up with my criteria. So it's either I go for Barcelona to win or I totally avoid this game. Yes, it can go for, this game can typically end in over 2.5 goals. It might even end in over 4.5 goals, but I don't care what the scoreline is. The fact remains that I have to be convinced on what I am working with. All right, so you know what, the thing that is a problem most of the time is this is Barcelona, they score a lot of goals. All right, if you're working with something, stick to it, whether it works that day or not. Just stick to what you are working with, stick to it and believe in it. It will help you on the long run. All right, if you have a system you're working with, continue using that system. All right, so for this particular game, it does not fit in. Barcelona has a goal ratio of 3.7, which is beautiful. They can give you 2+ goals in one particular game. Barcelona match can end in 2+ goals. All right, it's not as if they will score the 2 goals. Own goal is possible, right? Yes, and it will be attributed to Barcelona. So I definitely will go for a Barcelona to win or draw, or Barcelona to win in this particular match than go for over 1.5 goals, because I am not totally convinced. All right, why am I not totally convinced? Their defense is somehow shaky. They can score a lot of goals. All right, so but I'm not convinced. I'll just go for a Barcelona to win, and this game will not be added as over 1.5 goals in my ticket. Let's look for the last game. Let's look at the last game from Spain, and then I'll just go find some games. I'll pause the video, go find some games that can. Let's go Getafe versus Bilbao. I want to rush up this. I want to rush up this. I want to rush it up. So like we did in other ones, we'll come over to the standing. So over here at the standing table, we are coming over straight to the over/under tab, and I'm going straight to the over 1.5 goals tab. So we're having Atletico Bilbao versus Getafe, all right, or Getafe versus Atletico Bilbao, and you can see they are not meeting my rating at all. They're having 2.2 for Atletico Bilbao, and Getafe is having 1.9, and for over 1.5 goals, So this particular game, I'll avoid it to be included as an over 1.5 goals in my ticket. Rather, I will go for under 2.5 goals, all right, or under 3.5 goals to make it safe. Under 2.5 goals at the middle, or under 3.5 goals to make it safe. All right, it doesn't mean that they cannot give us over 1.5 goals in this match. Yes, this is sports betting, this is sports, and anything can happen. So they do not meet my criteria, and I'm definitely not going to add this game as over 1.5 goals in my ticket. All right, so basically so far in the Spain La Liga, we just had only one game, right, or 2 games coming out as over 1.5 goals for us, right? Yes, we had only one game, and that is the match between Real Betis. That's the Real Betis match. It's not Real Betis. Atletico Madrid. Sorry, Atletico Madrid is not Real Betis. Real Betis. I am tipping that game for under based on what I've seen. So we are only having Atletico Madrid versus Osasuna to give us over 1.5 goals, because they met the criteria 2.7 and 2.5. All right, they met my criteria, and that is what I'm sticking with. All right, so let me quickly look for games. And I'll be back. Okay, let's see this game here from Algeria under 21. Let's start this game. Let's see. Biskra. So we'll come over to the standings. Over/under tab. And I'll come over to the over 1.5 tab. I'm trying to make it faster this time around. So these guys have played 26 matches, and 22 of those games have ended in over 1.5 goals, and 4 have ended in under 4.5 goals. And same for Biskra. 26 games, 19 has ended in over 1.5 goals, and 7 under 1.5 goal. And this is so sweet that these two teams meet my criteria. Oran has a 3.1 ratio, and then Biskra have a 2.1 ratio. And let's see their last matches they've played. So I clearly can say that this is a very good one. And if you can see, check out the defense of the team that has 3.1. Not because they are so good. Their defense is bad. They've conceded 51 times and scored just 30 times. And I think that's why their ratio is there. So we are expecting a goal and expecting them to concede in this game or this match ending in over 1.5 goals. All right, so let me quickly go to Sportybet and see what we can. Let's see what the odd is there. So here on Sportybet, I'm going to look for Oran. Oran Biskra. So I'm going to come for over 1.5 goals is 17 odd, and I'm just going to add it. 1.5 goals is 17 odd. Atletico Madrid, what is it? Atletico Madrid over 1.5 goals. Let's go Madrid versus Osasuna over 1.5 goals. They meet my criteria, so I'm going to leave it there. So we'll continue. Remember, you are doing this thing with matches that are league matches. All right, not cup. So they met my criteria, and I'm going to look for. Let me check the second game that is under these people. So that's just it. The only thing you have to do. Let's see the second game. So again, it has opened. We come over to the standings. Over/under tab. Over 1.5 tab. This guy meets my criteria. Let's see. And I'm not going to go for this game. Why am I not going to go for it? Because one of the teams did not meet up with my criteria. All right. And if I should check, they are not having also a good attack because they've scored just 37 goals, considered 25. All right. These guys can give us more goal. And yeah, it's possible that the home side, which is CR Belotoid or whatever their name is, can give us more goals. But for the fact that the two teams are not compatible based on what I want, they must meet my criteria 2.7 and above. So, but you can decide to cut corners and say, oh, these guys have 3.1 and then these guys have 2.4. It's a balance, all right. But I don't want to work like that. I want, if it does not meet, it does not meet, and I'll shift. And I'm not saying that these games and this particular game is not going to produce over 1.5 goals. I am not saying so. So I'm going to shift and leave this game alone. Let me check the next game. We have it open. I'm coming over to the standings. Over tab. Over 1.5. And we have the first team having 2.8 and these guys having 2.3. Still, it does not meet my criteria, and I'm going to shift. So that is how I keep looking for games that will meet with what I want before I play them. All right. So let's see this game, Magra. So we have it opened. We are going to the standings. Over/under 3.3, 2.8. Beautiful. This game meets my criteria, and I'm going to have it. So they've played 26 times. They've scored over 1.5 goals 22 times. The match have ended 22 times over 1.5 goals. 20 times over 1.5 goals, 6 over 4. So I'm very, very happy because they can concede very, very well. They've conceded 55 times out of 26 matches. These other guys have conceded 30 times out of 26 matches, and they have a very good, their attack is kind of average. All right, so I'm going to go for this game over 1.5 goals. And if you can check at their last 5 matches, last 5 matches have ended in over 1.5 goals. So I'm definitely going to add this game to my ticket. Where is Sportybet? What's the name? Magra. You can see this people, and it's locked out. It's blurred out. It's locked. They're not giving me this game. Sportybet. Why? Look at it. NC Magra versus JS Kabilai. and it's grayed out. It's grayed out. It's grayed out. Okay, I'm just going to leave you guys. I'm just going to leave you guys and look for another game. So that's just basically how you can go for this game. Let's just add one more. Let's add one more game. Let us add one more game. Let's add one more game. Let's go out from this, guys. Let's add one more game. I'm looking for league matches. Again, I'll come over to the standings. Over/under. I'm doing this so that you get acquainted with it. 2.6, 2.3. I'm going to run away from this game. I'll keep searching. Okay, now let me show you something before I continue. Okay, look at this game that has ended in this particular game, Santos Women versus Corinthians Women. Let's see, and you see why this trick is working and why it works. All right, let me show you something and why you should be sticking to what you are working with. If you have a system you're working with, stick to it. Whether it is losing, you stick to it. You'll just try to make a little adjustment, but for the long run you are going to make success with this thing that I'm teaching you in this video. So I'll come over to the standings. This match ended over 2.5 goals. I'll come over to the standing, over/under. You can see these two teams, look at 3.5, 3, 3.5, 3. You understand? Can you see? This game has 3.5 and this guy has 3. So these two teams must align. They must have this, and believe me, it's not every time. Sometimes things will happen on the pitch and it will not work. But for the fact that we are having these statistics, we are having this covered. Look at the last matches. 2 matches have ended in over 1.5 goals. So this is how you use it to look for games that can give you possible over 1.5 goals. All right. I just want to add another game to my ticket, so I'll wrap up this video and come back when these games have finished playing, so you see the results that this works perfectly. Okay, so let me just look for a game, look for another game, just one game, and I'll wrap up for now and come back when these games might have finished playing. Remember, you're not playing league, you're not playing cup matches. It's strictly on league matches, no qualification matches, strictly on league matches. Okay, we have this game here. Let's see if I can go. So we have the game opened. I'm coming over to the standings. Be fast. Over/under section. Over 1.5 goal section, and you can see these two teams are hot. All right, they are very, very hot. Look at last 5 matches, beautiful. 3.7, 3.4, and I'm going to add this game as over 1.5 goals in my ticket. What is the name? Scala. If I can go to Scala. Chai, look at this. Is this not wickedness? I'm not going for over 2.5 goals. This match might literally end over 2.5 goals, but I don't want to take that risk. I'm going for over 1.5 goals, all right? So I'm just going to go for over 1.5 goals. I'll add it here and look for another game. Maybe still from that same league. Let's see. Move. Let me see the next game from... Okay, 3 more. Let's see. Come over to standings. Over/under. Over 1.5 goals. And beautiful. These guys have the same thing. All right. Beautiful. 3.7, 3.8. 3.7, 3.8. I'm going to look for stray more. Yeah, I think that's it. Yes, that's the game. Let's see, over 1.5 goals. They are giving me 1.11%. I'm going to take it. I'm going to go off from this league now. I'm going to go off from this league. I'm going to go off from that league. Okay, let's see TPS women versus KTP. Let's see. Come over to the standings. I believe you've had everything now, right? 4.8, 3.8. Is this not too good? Over 2.5 goals. Believe me, you see these games that are like this, red versus red, should be over 1.5 goals, but we'll find out when we tap on the over 1.5 tab. Okay, so I'm definitely going to add this game to my ticket for over 1.5 goal. KTP versus TPS. Is that their name? Is that their name? KTP. No, it's not though. What is the name? TPS. Let's see TPS. What is their name? How can I know their name? Okay, that particular match is not featured on Sportybet. Let's look for another game. Let me see this game. It's not featured because it's definitely going to wreck them. I'll come over to the standings. Over/under. And this game is a no-no. I'll look for another game. Let's see Sam Gurali. Come over to the standings. Over/under. 2.4, 2.3 is a no-no too. Let me see the next game. Skibuli. I know why I'm taking my time to do this, so you know that it's not just coming over to the site and you get everything you want. You just have to take your time to, and this is a no-no. I'm not going. Let me just look for the games. Let me just look for game and show you any game that I've found with the criteria, which will be the last game that I will add to the bet slip before I end this session. Then I will show you the results of the bet slip when the games are through. So after some series of searches, I found this game, Meta versus Grobina, and it's just what I want. They have 3 and 2.9, which can be approximated to 3. So this game is good for me. I'm just going to take it as over 1.5 goals, and I'll share the results with you irrespective of what the outcome would be, whether it played over 1.5 goals or it did not play over 1.5 goals. I'm definitely going to share the results with you. So I'm going to head on to Sportybet and add it to my bet slip. Grobina. So I'm going to put it over 1.5 goals, and the odd is 1.34. I think I'm okay with that. And I'm having 5 games on this bet slip at 2.54 odds. Right. So at the end of these games, I'm going to be sharing the results with you, which definitely will be right after now, even though it will take hours. All right, it's right after now. You'll see the results. So hang on. Okay, so guys, this is the ticket, the games I combined. All right, these are the games I combined. You can see over 1.5 goals. It happened for the match between Biskra versus Oran. All right, you can see the selections 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They were all successful. So this is the trick, and I wish you all the best of luck. So all you have to do is just pay attention and monitor this trick. All right, test it. Don't just have a trick and you start bouncing on it immediately. You just have to test it for some time and see how effective it will be for you. All right, but I'm promising you that this trick will go a long way to help you with your win. All right, so if you like this video and if you like how I have delivered this strategy to you, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more of these. All right, like this video so it can get to more people, and if you have any question, please let me know in the comment section and I will attend to you. All right, thank you for your time and thank you for watching. All right, thank you, and I wish you all the best of luck with this strategy. See you in my next video. Bye.